to start from a seated position this morning. So getting any kind of tool that you may need to help you sit comfortably with a nice tall spine. You can get a blanket, a towel, a pillow, a bolster or something. You can sit with your legs crossed if that's comfortable to you. If it's not, if your hips are too tight for that, you can always sit with your legs out wide, knees bent, or straight out, whichever feels better to you. Now, if you are sitting cross-legged and your legs probably naturally crossed one way, I want you to cross the other leg in front this time, working on getting the hips more even. If we sit cross-legged very often, or anytime we do anything very often, we create habitual patterns that cause slight imbalances. So we want to make sure to kind of try and shift that balance a little bit. We're going to start this morning with some alternate nostril breathing, getting our both sides of our brain working. So this is a morning class, so we're going to get both hemispheres of our brain working. We're going to do a little energizing work this morning. But before we start the alternate nostril breathing, I want to show you, there's a couple of ways you can do this. Generally, you're going to have your thumb and you're going to block off your right nostril. You'll use your ring finger and pinky to block off the left nostril. The first two fingers, your peace fingers, are either going to go on your forehead, or you can have them in the center of your palm and just go back and forth like this, or you can have them and go back and forth like this. Now, for a lot of people, it's hard on their shoulders to hold up like this. You can also just use your index fingers and have your arms down like this. Whatever you need this morning is perfectly fine. So if you're going to do the single-handed, you can have your left palm facing up with your index finger and your thumb together in a nice little circle. Otherwise, if you're going to do both fingers, that's fine. Let's start with just a few breaths, regular breaths this morning. So sitting nice and tall, you can have your palms down. You can have your palms up, whichever feels better to you to begin with. Let's just bring our awareness to our breath this morning, checking in with it. You can have a nice gentle gaze forward. You can close your eyes. Just bring your awareness to the breath. Begin to inhale and exhale through the nose. Checking in, noticing, is your breath short? Are you feeling it up in your chest? Are you feeling it down in your abdomen? Or are you feeling a full breath, abdomen, rib cage, and chest? No judgment, just checking in this morning, seeing where we are. Every day's different, every moment's different. Depending on how well we slept, what has already happened this morning. Again, just taking a few breaths. Taking these few breaths to set your intention for the day. How do you want this day to feel? And what are you willing to do in order to feel the way you want to feel? Take a moment, set those intentions, and then set the actions so that you can manifest that intention. And now, fixing to start the alternate nostril breathing. So if you're going to use both hands, bring your index fingers up to alongside your nose. If you're going to use the single hand, left hand, forefinger and thumb is in a circle, and you're going to block off that right nostril with your thumb. And let's inhale left. Now block off that left nostril. Exhale right. Inhale right. Block off that right nostril. Exhale left. Inhale left. Block off that left nostril. Exhale right. Inhale right. Block off that right nostril. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Let your hands come back down to your thighs. Let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Noticing the openness, the clarity that hopefully you feel now after that nice alternate nostril breathing. And now let's begin this morning placing those hands gently on the thighs. Let's do some nice little hip circles, nice and slow and easy. Going as low as you'd like to, or staying as high as you need to. As you inhale, I want you to go down. Expand that belly, fill it up with air. As you exhale, come up. Inhale. Exhale on the way up. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. One more this direction. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. Let's find a little bit of stillness up at the top. And we're going to reverse directions and reverse our breathing. You're going to exhale on the way down. Inhale on the way up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Last rotation. Exhale down. Inhale up. Find some stillness up at the top. And let's do some neck rotations. Nice and slow and easy. Up and down and around. As slow or as fast as you need this morning. One more full rotation. As you come to the top, find a moment of stillness, and then let's reverse directions, go the other way. Nice and slow and easy. This should feel good to you this morning. Final rotation. Coming up to the top, finding a moment of stillness. And now we're going to roll over to our hands and knees. So make sure if you have knee issues that you place a blanket, a towel, a pillow underneath those knees. Plants. So find your nice tabletop position. Your shoulders are going to be over your wrists and your hips over your knees. We're going to cat-cow this morning. So your gaze is gently at the mat. And let's inhale, lift the chin up just till it's parallel to the floor. And you're going to roll the shoulders back and drop the belly for cow. Exhale, tuck the chin, arch the back, pressing the floor away from you with the hands and the knees. This is cat. Inhale, cow. Head up, belly drops. Exhale, cat. Tuck the chin, arch the back. Inhale and exhale, cat and cow, with your breath, not mine. Your breath may be slower or faster this morning. This should feel good to you. Mobilizing the spine. Getting all of that spinal fluid moving into the spine this morning. Last one, finishing off with your favorite, cat or cow. And then meeting back in tabletop position. Taking a big inhale. Exhale the head and buttocks over to the right, making a C out of the body. Opening up that side body. Inhale back to the center. Exhale head and buttocks to the left, making a C out of the body, opening and closing the side body. And again, inhale and exhale right and left, using your breath, not mine. Inhale and exhale. Last one, each direction. Coming back to your tabletop position. Finding a moment of stillness. Making sure you're not sinking into those shoulders. Keeping a nice, strong tabletop. You're pressing that floor away from you. Your weight is mostly on the knuckles of the palms of your hands. You're not putting a ton of pressure on your fingertips. Most of the weight is on these knuckles. Now curl those toes under. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, lift those knees up off the floor and breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Lower those knees back down. Press the hips back towards the heels. Inhale, pull forward. And once again, just barely lift those knees up off the mat. Gaze is at the floor. For 3, 2, and 1. Drop those knees back down. Keeping those toes curled, I want you to walk yourself all the way up and sit back on those heels or towards the heels. It doesn't matter. You don't have to touch. We're stretching the backs of the feet this morning. We spend a lot of time stretching other areas of our body, but we often forget to stretch our feet. We're going to be here for just a few seconds, well, a little longer than a few seconds. So if at any time you need to come off that, because this is very intense, and you want to just wiggle those toes and then curl them again and come back to sitting back towards those heels. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Continuing to breathe. We'll be here for another few seconds. Few breaths. And then slowly walk yourself forward back to your tabletop position. Lift those toes up. Rotate them around. Wiggle them out. Because yes, I know this is very intense. Now, I want you to bring those hands out in front of you. We're going to move into puppy pose, stretching the shoulders out as well. Again, you're pressing those knuckles of the palms into the floor firmly. Take a big inhale, keeping the hips up. You're going to drop the chest towards the mat. You're going to feel the stretch all along the shoulders and the lats here. And breathe. Now pressing those knuckles of the palms firmly into the mat, I want you to pull that mat towards you. Try to pull it back. That's going to glide those shoulder blades right into the shoulder sockets there. Nice. And breathe. Slowly walk your hands back just right in front of your shoulders, keeping those toes curled. We're going to press up into our first down dog of the morning. So toes are curled, lift the knees up, press the backs of the thighs to the back of the room, hips towards the ceiling. Keeping those knees bent first thing this morning. Pressing the knuckles of those palms firmly into the mat. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Let the ears be alongside the elbows. A couple of breaths here. If you'd like, you can pedal out your dog, walk your dog, pedal out those feet. You can wiggle the hips, do what feels good to you this morning. Taking a couple of breaths here. You can come up on your toes and then press those heels back towards the mat. And breathe, finding some stillness now in that dog. Now let's inhale, roll out to plank. Nice tight plank position. Shoulders are over your wrists. If you want to make it a little more difficult, make a longer lever plank. Making sure everything's tight, you're not sagging down, you're not piking too much. And then back to downward facing dog, hips up. And breathe. Inhale, pull forward to plank, and then now drop those knees down, flip those toes, drop the hips towards the mat to cobra. Curl the toes, press back up, downward facing dog. I want you to walk those feet closer together, bend those knees. Come up on those toes, and then press the heels back towards the mat again. Slowly walk yourself all the way up to the top of your mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, gentle arch back. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Bring those hands to the shins. Pressing the hips back towards the back of the room, the buttocks towards the back of the room. Nice straight spine. Reach the crown of your head forward and breathe. Lengthen in the spine for 2 and 1. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And now, let's move into some balancing here. This is where we're going to get some of the energizing. We're going to build up some energy. We're going to get things moving along with our digestion and our metabolism. So find your nice, strong mountain pose. Your feet should be about inner hip width or hip width apart, whichever feels better to you. You don't want your legs too close together if you have wider hips. So just kind of shift and find where you feel the most stable and strong. For some people, it's a little wider than others. Now, make sure you plant the knuckles of those feet in the mat. So right down here underneath the toes. Lift those toes up and you'll feel those knuckles firmly planted in. And then spread those toes out wide and press them firmly into the mat. Rotate the thighs out, shins in. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, roll back and down. Now, if you're still not quite done, you can rock forwards and back to get yourself nice and firm. Now let's shift all of that weight onto that left leg. So you can have your hands on your hips. You can have your hands at heart center. You can have your hands out at the side. You can grasp a wall or a chair, whatever you need this morning to help you with your balance. And I want you to lift that right knee up. And I want you to, as you lift it up, I want you to flex that foot. And then you're going to point that toe, gently tap, and lift it back up. Flex that foot and point. And flex and point. And flex. Lift that knee high and point. And flex and point. Two more. Flex and point. And flex and point. We're going to flex up and then out to the side, point. Flex up, out to the side, point. Up and side. Good. Up and side. Flex and point. Flex and point. Last one. Flex and point. Now we're going to go to the back. Flex and then point to the back. Flex and point to the back. Good. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Three more. Flex and point. Two. And last one. Place that foot down. Now rotate that ankle on that left side. You worked those muscles really strong. That right leg should be burning a little bit by now. So find your mountain pose again. Get yourself nice and strong and stable. And if you need something on this other side, well, turn around, do whatever you need to do to help you with your balance. Now shift that weight all onto that right foot. And now if you had your hands on your hips last time, try a different side. You can have the arms out. You can have them at the heart. See which way helps you better. Pressing the palms together helps bring a nice inward energy to help you focus. So let's lift that left knee up. Foot is flexed and point. Just gently tap. Flex and point. Good. Flex and point. Flex and point. Four more. Flex and point. Three. Two. And last one. Now out to the side. Flex and side. Flex. Two. Keep pressing those palms if you are, or pressing the hips. 4. 5. 6. Flex and point. And now we're going to go to the back. So flex and straight back. Flex and straight back. Flex and straight back. 4. Keep that knee high. 5. 6. 7. And 8. And knee up and back down. And then now roll that other ankle, shake it out. Good. You should feel the energy building from that now. Getting those legs energized. So now let's get those shoulders nice and energized. Let's come to the top of the mat. Let's inhale those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, come all the way up. Let's exhale, Utkatasana, awkward chair pose. Bringing those arms alongside your ears so that the inner elbows are right alongside the ears. Now, taking a big inhale, back away just a little bit. Exhale, sink into your chair a little better, making sure your knees are not tracking over the toes. Press that booty back just a little bit and breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, come all the way up. Exhale, Utkatasana again. Keeping those arms up nice. If this is too much, you can bring them out in front of you. Just make sure you roll those shoulders back. And breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Plant those hands firmly onto the mat. Step back to your plank. Make sure you've got a nice strong plank here. That you are not sagging. You're not sagging in, that everything's tight. You're not piking too much more. And breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Now up, downward facing dog. Drop the shoulders into the shoulder girdles and breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, pull forward, back to plank, and breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop to your knees. Come back to your tabletop position. Now bring that right hand into the center of the mat. And I want you to stretch that left leg behind you till that toe is on the mat. Now you can keep that right foot here with the toes curled, or you can kickstand it, so bringing it diagonal. Inhale, open up, left arm, nice and wide, and breathe. And if it's available, you can lift that leg up. You can keep it on the floor if you need to, no big deal. Flex that foot, you can lift and breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Lower that leg down. Come back down to your tabletop position. Let's go to the other side. I'm going to turn around for you. So place that left hand into the center of your mat. Straighten that right leg behind you. Toes curl. That left leg can be straight if you've got really great balance, or you can kickstand it, turn it diagonal. Inhale, that right arm up and open and twist. Get your balance. This is a big balance. And breathe. If it's available, you can begin to lift up that leg. One leg's going to go higher than the other if you can lift the leg. And breathe. 4, 3, foot is flexed. If it's up, 2, and 1. Exhale down, back to your tabletop position, and let's cat-cow here for just a moment. Inhale, cow, exhale, cat. Back to your tabletop position. And let's slowly lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Belly down. Bringing your hands right underneath your shoulders. And then you're going to bring them out just a little bit wider. Curling those toes until those toenails are pressed firmly into the floor. And press those hips into the floor. Let's inhale, lift the head up and chest up for baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. This time, inhale, head up, chest up. Lift those hands up off the floor if that's available to you. Exhale, lower. Now let's move into Salabhasana. So let's bring those palms behind you, palms flat on the floor. And again, those legs are too. Let's take a great big inhale. Lift the head up, the chest up, arms and the legs, and fly. And breathe. 4, 3. 2. And 1. Exhale, release. Bringing those hands right in front of you on top of each other. Drop that forehead to the back of the hand for just a moment. Take a breath or two. 4, 3. 2. And 1. Bring those hands back underneath those shoulders for a moment. Curl those toes. Press up and back into a quick little child's pose. Press the hips towards the knees. Drop the forehead towards the mat. Just take a breath. And then inhale. Press yourself up and shift the knees to one side or the other. Let's come with those legs out in front of us. Pulling that flush away from your sits bones, making sure you're sitting nice and tall. Your shoulders are over your hips. You've got your feet active, not super hard flexed. You don't want them like super tight, but you do want them active. If you're really feeling the hamstrings a whole lot here, you can bend those knees just a little bit to get some tension off there. Bring your hands alongside your hips. Roll the shoulders back. Press the floor away from you, staff pose. And breathe. 4, 3. 2. And 1. Now, sitting nice and tall, take a great big inhale. As you exhale, begin to walk your hands down, keeping your spine nice and straight, or you can bring your hands to your thighs if you like, and run your hands down the shins, the thighs. Wherever you can this morning, you can reach the thighs, you can go to the shins, maybe the ankles, maybe the toes, the outside of the feet. I just don't want you rounding that back a whole lot. You want to keep your spine nice and straight. This morning I'm a little tight. I can't go very far. You may be able to go pretty far. I can't. You're reaching the chin towards the toes. You're not dropping the head down to the knees. We're lengthening the spine. I want you to find how far you can go and then back away just a little bit. Continuing to reach the crown of your head towards the ceiling and the chin towards the toes, and breathe. And again, if you're feeling a lot of tension in those hamstrings, back away a little bit. You want to be at awareness. You don't want to be in pain. I'm going to let these hamstrings relax just a little bit. So with every exhale, I want you to tell your hips and your hamstrings to relax. And if they're super duper tight, just back away a little bit more. You don't have to be very far into a forward fold to get the benefit of it. Some days we can bend a lot further than others. If you give the hamstrings time enough to relax, and if you have backed away enough, after about 70 to 120 seconds, you'll notice that they will relax, because it takes that long for the muscles to get the signal from the brain that it is okay to let go and relax. You also have to focus on it and concentrate on it. So with every exhale, softening, relaxing, letting go, focusing on letting go. And slowly back away. Bringing those hands behind you. The fingertips can be facing the buttocks if that's available to you. If you have wrist issues, you can turn those hands out to the side. It's wherever you want. We are moving into reverse tabletop or reverse bridge, whichever feels better to you. So if you're going to do reverse tabletop, bend those knees. Take a big inhale and press the hips up towards the ceiling. If you're going to do reverse bridge, press those heels into the mat and shift the hips up. You can gently drop the head back if that's available to you and breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release and release. Now, walking your bottom closer to the bottom of your mat, walking those heels towards you a little bit. Let's slowly drop to the elbows, if that's available to you. If you want to stay up, that's perfectly fine. If going to your elbows is fine. We're going to move into figure 4. So you're going to take that right ankle and bring it to that left knee. You're going to walk that left heel up. So if this feels good to you, you can stay here. If you want a little more, you're going to have to come back up. But you may have to move that left foot up because it's going to be really intense. And then you can bring it back. And breathe. 4, 3. Softening and relaxing that hip. 2. And 1. Slowly straightening that left leg and bending that left knee. And again, you can start here on your elbows if you like and bring that left knee, left ankle to the right knee. You can walk that heel back towards you, and this may be enough for you. If you want more, walk that right foot down a little bit, come back up to your hands, and then pull that right heel in closer. Feel that big stretch in that hip. That left foot is flexed, protecting the knee and the ankle. 4, 3. 2. And 1. And straightening that right leg out and bringing both of those feet back together. Pulling that flesh away from the sits bones. I want you to lower yourself all the way down to the back of the mat. So you're lying on your back. I want you to inhale those arms up overhead, clasping those hands together. Give yourself a great big stretch, and then let it go, and find yourself in a nice relaxed position. You are still clasping your hands together. Take a big inhale, and then exhale. Walk your heels to the right corner of the mat and your hands to the top right corner of the mat, getting a great big side body stretch here. And breathe. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, release. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, heels to the bottom left corner and arms to the top left corner of the mat. Big side body stretch on this side. And breathe. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, release. Now, bend those knees. And then bring your hands down to your side. We're moving into Setu Bandha Bridge. So placing those palms on the floor, walk those heels towards your buttocks. Taking a great big inhale, and you're gonna have your feet probably about inner hip width apart. Taking a great big inhale, exhale. Press the hips up towards the ceiling. Roll back on your shoulders. You're pressing through the feet. and squeeze. You are squeezing the buttocks, pressing the palms either firmly into the floor. You can clasp your hands underneath your buttocks if that's available, or you can bend your forearms, having your palms facing each other, and press through the triceps. Keep pressing through the feet and breathe. Squeezing the thighs together for 3, 2, and 1. And slowly release and release. Now I want you to lift that right leg straight up to the ceiling. The foot is flexed. Take a big inhale, and we're going to go single leg bridge. And exhale, press the hips up towards the ceiling and breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And slowly release and release. Lower that right leg to the floor and lift that left leg up to the ceiling. Foot is flexed. Take a big inhale. Exhale, press the hips up towards the ceiling and breathe. Pressing through the feet for 3, 2, and 1. And slowly release and release. Dropping that left foot back to the mat. And now, going to lift those feet up. And I want the feet up towards the ceiling. You're going to grasp behind the thighs. You're going to keep the tailbone on the floor. You're not going to pull the knees all the way up and lift that tailbone. You're going to keep the tailbone on the floor, grasping behind the knees. You're going to open those legs out nice and wide and breathe. Keeping a nice little natural curve of your spine. You're not pressing that lower back into the mat. 4, 3, 2, letting those heels soften, reach towards the floor, relax, relaxing the thighs. Then inhale back together, and we're moving into happy baby now. So you can grasp the insides of the feet, you can grasp the outsides of the feet, you can grasp the toes, whichever. Those feet are towards, the soles of the feet are towards the ceiling again, pulling those knees down towards the mat, and breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now straighten that right leg out as much as you can. Back into the center and straighten that left leg out as much as you can. And back to the center, and if it's available, you can stretch both of those out. And back to the center, and grasp behind those knees again. Let the heels just drop. You can rock side to side. You can make circles. Just make sure, do whatever feels good to you this morning. Taking a moment here. And then dropping those feet to the floor. I want you to widen those feet out till the edges of your feet are along the edge of your mat. So your feet are out kind of wide. We're going to do a hip twist. Your palms are out to the side. Your hands are out to the side with the palms up. Keeping those feet flat on the floor. Take a big inhale. And then exhale. Drop those knees over to the right. Your gaze is either up at the ceiling or gently looking over the left fingertips. Continuing to inhale and exhale. Inhale back up to the center. As you exhale, reset the hips. Take a big inhale. Exhale, drop the knees over to the left this time. Again, gazes up at the ceiling or gently looking over the right fingertips. Trying to keep that shoulder on the mat. And breathe. Inhale back to the center and exhale, release. Now we're going to move into a spinal twist. So bring those feet together. You can keep the hands out to the side, or if you'd like a little more, you can bring your arms into field goal post position, which means your elbows are in line with your shoulders. So feet are close together this time. Take a big inhale. Exhale, drop the knees over to the right. Notice the difference, trying to keep that left shoulder on the mat if it's available. And breathe. If you have your hands in field goal post position, you're also getting the extra stretch in your chest muscles. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, reset those hips. Take a big inhale. Exhale, drop the knees over to the right this time. Again, gazes up at the ceiling or gently looking over the left fingertips. And if your arms are in field goal post position, you're getting a little stretch on the other side of your chest. And breathe. Inhale back to the center and exhale, release. Finding your way into your favorite way of practicing final resting pose of Shavasana. Traditionally, Shavasana is practiced lying on your back with your feet about mat width apart, palms out or hands out to the side, palms up. If this is not comfortable for you, I'd like for you to find a comfortable position. Maybe that is lying on your back with your knees bent. Maybe you want something underneath your knees to give a little support. Pillow, blanket, or block rolled up. Bolster maybe even. Maybe you want one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Or maybe both hands on your belly. Your Shavasana position. Now, once you have found your way into Shavasana position, your final resting pose, I want you to bring all of your awareness to all the different points of contact your body has with the mat, with the floor, with any yoga tools you are using. Now bring your awareness to the feeling, the textures. Is it soft, hard, maybe rough? Feel yourself relaxing, softening into the mat or the floor. Feel yourself being supported. You're safe. You're loved. Let's take a great big inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Again, great big inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Letting your breath come back to its natural rhythm now. Not trying to control it. Just letting it come and go naturally. no tension or tightness. Bring your attention to the forehead. I want you to soften and relax the forehead on the next exhale you have. I want you to imagine any worry lines or wrinkles just smoothing out of that forehead, relaxing it. Bring your awareness to the eyeballs. I want you to imagine those eyeballs just sinking a little deeper into those eye sockets, relaxing, softening. Let's take a moment to focus on the jaw. Let it unhinge just a little bit. Maybe it drops just a centimeter. Releasing the tongue from the back of the throat and the roof of the mouth. Letting those shoulders sink deeper into the mat. Softening the palms of your hands, maybe the fingertips curl up just a little bit. Softening the chest. Softening the belly. And squeezing the buttocks really tight. And then letting them relax. Softening the soles of the feet. The toes, the soles of the feet, the tops of the feet and the ankles are relaxing. The toes, the soles of the feet, the tops of the feet, and the ankles are relaxing. Right foot, left foot, completely relaxed. The shins, the calves, the thighs and the buttocks relaxing. The shins, the calves, the thighs, and the buttocks relaxing. Right leg, left leg, completely relaxed. Lower back, middle back, and upper back relaxing. Abdomen, rib cage, and chest relaxing. Lower back, middle back, and upper back relaxing. Abdomen, rib cage, and chest relaxing. The entire torso completely relaxed. Shoulders, upper arms, forearms relaxing. The wrists, palms of the hands, backs of the hands, and the fingers relaxing. Shoulders, upper arms, forearms relaxing. The wrists, palms of the hands, backs of the hands, and the fingers relaxing. Right arm, left arm, completely relaxed. The throat, the jaw, cheekbones, behind the eyes and the forehead relaxing. The throat, jaw. Cheekbones, behind the eyes and the forehead relaxing. The entire head completely relaxed. Whole body relaxing. Your whole body relaxing. Your whole body completely relaxed. For the next few minutes, you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to be anybody for anyone else. You've taken this time out of your day for yourself. Take this time to let go of any worries, any troubles you may have. Imagine them floating away like a cloud in the sky while you relax. Trust what you know. As you grow, as you evolve, as you continue on this journey, you'll discover many special abilities, gifts, and powers. One is an increased sense of knowingness. We will begin to understand events and people on a level much deeper than we experienced before. We will begin to know the feeling of a person, a place, or thing. We will begin to feel its energy, not just its matter or physical form. We'll talk to a person for a while and know if that person feels trapped, feels like a victim, or feels free. We'll know if a place holds energy that's good for us. Or we'll know that the energy isn't right for us, doesn't currently complement our needs. We won't judge. We'll just know. And we'll know what to do. Powers appear when we open the heart. We find the powers of love, comfort, faith, joy. There are other powers too that come along the way. One of these is the quiet power of trusting what we know. Open your heart. Let it show what it knows. Learn to trust what you know. You're wiser than you think. Begin to deepen your breath. Bring a little movement to your hands and feet. Wiggle your fingers and toes. You can roll your wrists and ankles. And on your next inhale, lift your arms up over your head. Give yourself a big stretch. Do what feels good to you. And then bend your knees and roll over to whichever side you need this morning, right or left. And when you're ready, stretching your top leg out for balance, with your head heavy, press yourself up to a seated position. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace Peace Peace. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in you. Namaste. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.